Well, this situation is peculiar because we don't see a huge impact if we look at energy prices or oil prices in the region due to rising instability, but that is partially due to external factors such as a bigger amount of non-OPEC supplies and significant LNG commitment from the Gulf to Europe. Where really instability matters is in slowing down and postponing investment decisions, especially on large-scale projects. So this shows that big energy engagements in the Euro-Mediterranean regions are still hostage to the security situations. And here, what EU countries should do is not look away from the region and turn elsewhere, but rather invest with diplomatic capital to act as mediator in the crisis and looking at the causes of instability rather than just at the symptoms. At the same time, they can also support the private sector more with guarantees and other tools that help de-risk this kind of investments. The biggest challenge perhaps is linked to the short-termism and the intermittency of the EU approach to the Mediterranean, because we have seen this rediscovery of the Mediterranean region, especially on energy terms after the war in Ukraine, but there's a risk that this only lasts as long as the need is there and is not followed up with a permanent engagement. Global Gateway partially does that, especially it creates the framework for permanent European presence in the region with significant investments, but this has to be followed up by the new European Commission, and it would be important that the tools are strengthened. Another big challenge is related to the presence of competing and rival powers in the region, and the EU should not shy away from this challenge, but instead be able to deploy its massive economic leverage, which so far has somehow resisted from using, and should again be able to present a better offer to Mediterranean partners. In terms of the opportunity, perhaps we stand now at the moment where we have a real possibility of developing a new Euro-Mediterranean space where goods travel and potentially also people could travel freely and develop sort of integration between the two Mediterranean shores. But in order to achieve this, European countries should be very clear in terms of what the final destination or the end goal for Southern Mediterranean partners could be, because we have seen the limits of the Southern Neighborhood framework, which cannot, of course, promise membership, and it's never been very precise in terms of what they can achieve.